Thank you for joining me for your February Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I am shuffling the Alchemical Tarot by Robert M. Place. I know it's been a month since I've been up on YouTube. I appreciate your patience. I was recovering from a long bout with COVID, and I really just couldn't get the energy together to get on YouTube. I had to tend to my clients, and that's what I did. I continued reading through the month, and I am booked every day, so it was a rough one, but I'm back, and I will be putting up videos every month, and 2 of them at least. So thank you for your patience. I wanted to go over some transits that occurred that are still in effect, so they're relevant, and so I'm going to back up a little bit before I get to February. So Scorpio, please watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. Just before our new year, on December 28th of 2021, Jupiter officially transited into the sign of Pisces. And this is a yearly stay through December 20th of 2022, just shy of a week. Jupiter in Pisces for the year could not work better for for Scorpio, because this is your 5th house of fun, and Jupiter is fun. Jupiter represents happiness and optimism, expansion, and luck, and enters the 5th house for you of luck, gambling, sports, true love and romance, and fertility and children. So Scorpios are extremely fertile for this year, and pregnancy and or fertility is indicated. Also, this is the year to take some risks in entrepreneurial business pursuits, creative ventures, gambling, casino type gambling. The reason I say that is because what I like about the casino gambling versus lotto or the scratcher things and the quick pick machines, you're not controlling a lot of that. Now, I know you don't necessarily control the casinos. However, right place, right time matters when it comes to 5th house transits and Jupiter in the 5th house, which is once every 12 years. And when you have control over things like blackjack, roulette, you know, what you say is happening as opposed to what's given to you, there is more divinity in that. There is more divine timing in that kind of gamble, and that's where I think this really applies. Or sitting down at a slot machine that you like because it's the color you like with the symbol you like, that kind of synchronicity is indicated here. So if you want a private reading with specific dates that you need to be gambling, that's a whole other reading. So this is very specific in general, but this year is very lucky for Scorpios, especially Scorpio ascendants. So please make sure you watch your rising sign and your moon sign as well. Okay, what else I wanted to talk about was we're currently in a Mercury retrograde, which started on January 14th. Mercury slowed down at 10 degrees of Aquarius and then retrograded more deeply into Capricorn and is now about to go direct on the 3rd of February at 24 degrees of Capricorn. So your review here was in your environment and your home sector, which could have been pretty chaotic in those weeks of January, 2 weeks, where there was issues in the home that needed to be tended to, that had to do with air, filtration, heat, windows, even air conditioning. I know that in the Northern Hemisphere we are in the winter, but This is Aquarian energy, and this is about airflow. Also, your communication could have been awry, or misunderstandings were likely to happen. So you could be spending the beginning of February in some sort of repair of communication and smoothing things over, in particular with siblings, because this retrograde goes deeper into the sibling sector for Scorpio, and neighborhoods, neighbors, community, people very close to you, but not necessarily at all in relationship with you in terms of love and romance. This is about family misunderstandings and repairs in the home, and revising, reviewing, and rewriting any written word or anything being published. This is a great editing and review time for journalists, writers, teachers, public speakers, professors, etc., etc. Also, Mars made a major transit on January 24th, entering Capricorn through March 6th. Mars is our energy planet in this third sector of writing, communications, expression. Scorpio wants to get their point across deeply, and with family and siblings too. There's a desire to connect with people in your family and neighboring life. Community, Mars in the third house, giving to charities, communities, and doing works of service, giving back to community. Our new moon occurs on February 1st. New moon on the first day of the month at 12 degrees of Aquarius in this home sector. Scorpio might be moving or ready to start fresh in a new connection with family and your mother. The fourth house is the maternal influence of your life. This is really nurturing. New moon in the deep sector of the wheel. Fresh starts in your home. Anything from a new coat of paint to a new place itself. An invitation to have your mother come and visit, or vice versa. A new way of feeling secure in your environment. It could even have to do with new security systems, the ring, fencing, a guard dog, things that make you feel at ease, whatever that is. Our full moon occurs on the 16th of February at 28 degrees of Leo, bringing closure in the career sector, the paternal sector, the sector of authority, closure in your work life. Some of your bosses or who you report to is changing. There's an exit, and some of you are actually retiring when and if that qualifies, because a full moon is cumulative, a culminating energy. What you've finished here, what can be released in the career sector. This could also be title changes, status changes in career, from creative director to executive. I'm not sure what the hierarchy is here, but I'm getting words like executive creative director, vice president. Things like title changes are happening here. This could also qualify for reorgs in career, reorganizations, and that is a catalyst for title changes in work. On the 18th, the sun enters Pisces, and the sun will be conjunct Jupiter and Neptune for 30 days in this fifth house of true love, romance, pregnancy, fertility, creative energy, and projects. This is definitely a fertile time, and this is very imaginative for songwriters and artists. Very dreamy and romantic energy here for Scorpio. So this is a lovely time frame between February 18th and March 20th to express your love, and to do so in very romantic and imaginative ways. Here are your cards for the month of February. Scorpio, if you'd like a private reading, this is what I do all through the week. You can find me at audreyalison.com, and you have access to my booking calendar, so you can see what date and time works for you when you schedule, and we can get to it. Scorpio, here are your cards. Wow, for February, the Magician. You have all of the tools you need to be creative, to conjure whatever that is in the 5th house, your work of art, we'll say. There's your card. Change is coming. This is the card of Scorpio and the card of Pluto. So you have Magician and Transition. And Empress, look at this, fertility. I'm telling you, Scorpio, you've got some huge baby placements. So if you are trying, that is happening. I mean, just Jupiter alone in your 5th house is massive for having a baby, but to be conjunct the Sun and Neptune from February 18th through March 20th, if you don't want a child and you're of age to have one and the right gender, then you better protect yourself. You are creating, okay, taking the baby out of it. This is huge for creativity and birthing a project because it changes you, it reroutes you. The Death card, transition. What you create, having all of the tools available to you right now, Magician, brings about change, the Death card, and more creation, Empress. And there you are, Lady of Cups, Scorpio energy, water sign, but the messenger of intimacy. The Lady of Vessels is opening up your heart, and it's time for Scorpio to love what they've done, love what they do, love what they create. There's one more card, and that's the Lady of Coins. You will be receiving money for what you've created. This is really beautiful for artists and people that have something to express through music, art, entertainment, writing, poetry, sculpting. It can be sold. It has a clientele. Things are changing, and your career might be changing because you're feeding a more creative part of yourself, Scorpio. This is a beautiful month for you. The 5th house is just fun, and that's your year. That's your yearly focus. Fun. Huge. I would give anything to have any Scorpio placements. I'm just not comprised of that energy, but I do love me a Scorpio energy. All right, babies, I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a beautiful month. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.